to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hey everybody, I almost turned on my camera without the hat, without wearing my hat. Can you imagine the embarrassment? A hatless reaction. Hatless! Hatless! Welcome back to Star Trek. This is episode number 23 of the second season. It's called the Omega Glory, or Omega, or however you want to. You can pronounce it any way you wish. Last time we had by any other name, or by any other pronunciation, the story all about love. The love between Andromeda and the Milky Way galaxy. And hey, look, we better start getting used to them, because they're going to be merging with us in a weird way. And we're going to be one big happy galaxy, and we're going to have to maybe change our name. Maybe. Imagine in... how long it's going to take? 100 million years? But imagine humanity. Just say this galaxy is completely devoid of all life, right? Intelligent life. We spread across the galaxy. And basically it's ours. But Andromeda also have a race who spread across their galaxy, and it's basically theirs. You know? And then we join together. It's going to be a big issue about what we call our galaxy. You know, we're going to have to come up with some sort of compromise. And language. Mutual language. This is not a problem we're going to have. It's never going to get that far. Anyway, what's this got to do with anything? Nothing. In the future, it's all going to be computers talking to computers. Our Milky Way computer, super intelligent AI, will talk to the Andromeda super intelligent AI. And they'll be the same exact AI. That's another theory I have. That the evolution of superintelligence, doesn't matter what species builds it, it will ultimately converge into being basically the same entity. As long as the laws of physics are the same in every part of the universe. Anyway, welcome back to Star Trek, people. Hello. Last time, by any other name, we had this race of people who wanted to conquer us. There was 5 of them, and their mission. I wonder how many of them in total set out. Did only 5 survive the barrier? How did they intend to populate, to procreate? Anyway, I did ask that in the last time as well. In the end, we just made friends with them. We're like, hey, look, you can have this. We've got plenty of planets for you. You don't need to conquer us. Just settle in. You know, we can be buddies. You can even call the planet whatever you want. That's what we said. And they were like, oh, cool. Cool, thanks. I appreciate it. And that was the end of it. We had some drinking, we had some flirting. We had one guy who we were giving ejections to. And there was one on the ship, on the bridge, just minding their business, pointing to Andromeda. And she was going to sit there for 300 years. This episode, the Omega Glory, is a mystery to me. But we do have the Ultimate Computer next week. And if we all know anything about Ultimate Computers, remember they're the same in the Milky Way as they are in Andromeda. It's that they hate anything that is illogical, and you can trick them with false statements and asserting things. Let's get to it. Empty space. Sulu?
Approaching planet Omega 4, sir.
That was quick.
Another vessel in planet orbit, Captain.
Okay. dangerous?
It's the USS Exeter, sir.
Why red alert?
She was patrolling in this area 6 months ago.
And she disappeared.
I hadn't heard of any trouble.
Sensors indicate no damage to the vessel, Captain.
Hold our position out here, Mr. Sulu. Have Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Lieutenant Galway report to the transporter room.
Oh, Lieutenant Galway. I know him.
We're locked onto the Exeter's engineering section, Captain.
Phasers on heavy stuff.
Thanks, Rodriguez.
Energized.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first pose of the episode. We're going to the planet Omega. That's the name of the planet, right? We've no reason for. We don't know what the reason is that we're going there. We detect a ship in orbit. We immediately go to red alert. We realize it's a Federation ship, one that was here 6 months ago, sent to do whatever 6 months ago. Kirk has heard nothing from it that would suggest there's anything up. Still at red alert. So we get a away team. And it's okay. It's just Thor. Thor is angry. We get an away team, and then we set our phasers on heavy stun. We're gonna beam over to the Exeter. We're really. It's like we're at war, you know? I can understand yellow alert. I can understand not going to alert at all. Even the music went to red alert. Did you hear that? Even my weather. I expect when we beam over to the Exeter, everybody will be dead. And, yeah, well, we'll see. We have Galway. We haven't seen him in a while. I'm rooting for you to survive, dude. He picked you, especially, by name, to beam over. And because it's so dangerous, we've got Spock along and the Doctor. Remember I made a big deal about that in the Return to Tomorrow? About how Kirk was like, oh, it's a weird situation. We don't want to risk both of us. In this case, doesn't matter. Just beam everybody over. Hey, it's just like engineering. I guess the same shape as the Enterprise. That's saves on set design.
Captain.
Oh, are these people turned to crystals?
Just the uniforms left.
Well, get Galway back to the ship immediately.
This is Captain Kirk. Is there anyone on board? Please respond by intercom to the engineering section.
I don't see any crystals or Check the bridge. Go to the bridge.
Lieutenant Galloway and I are checking out the lower levels.
Galloway.
Dr. McCoy and I are going to the bridge. Meet us there.
Yeah, the bridge.
The helm was left on automatic, sir.
Play the last log tape.
Yeah, see if there was any...
Maybe they had time to record what happened to them.
Yeah. Any indication of what was going on? Don't touch the crystals. You'll turn into a crystal. Log out.
Jim, the crew didn't leave. These white crystals, that's what's left of the human body when you take the water away.
Someone took the water.
I have their surgeon's log, Captain.
Let's hear it.
If you've come aboard this ship, you're dead men.
Oh, no.
Don't go back to your own ship. Get down there. Get down there fast.
To the planet?
Captain Tracy is...
Okay. Let's get down there. We can't risk contaminating.
Prepare to beam down to the planet's surface. Fast.
Yeah. Oh, there's people here. An old western town. Do you think any of the Exeter's crew survived? Like the captain? Oh. What's going on?
That's Ron Tracy.
Hey, Ron.
I knew someone would come looking for us.
What happened up there?
I'm glad your arrival stopped this.
What's going on?
Lock up the savages.
They carry fireboxes.
I said lock up the savages.
You mean heaters?
The prisoners are called Yangs.
Yangs.
Impossible even to communicate with.
Are we yins?
What happened?
The villagers, the Combs here, were friendly enough once they got over the shock of my white skin. My landing party transported back to the ship. The next thing I knew, the ship was calling me. The landing party had taken an unknown disease back.
He's super sus.
My entire crew gone, and I'm just as infected as they were.
Oh.
There's some natural immunization that protects everyone on the planet's surface. You'll stay alive only as long as you stay here.
Good thing we got the doc with us. We'll figure it out.
I face an even more difficult problem. A growing belief that Captain Tracy has been interfering with the evolution of life on this planet.
How obviously.
It seems impossible. The Star Captain's most solemn oath is that he will give his life, even his entire crew, rather than violate the Prime Directive.
Yeah, unless the Klingons are given weapons to the other side, then we have to arm our side. Yeah, we basically pick sides. You see, it doesn't matter. Like if the Klingons were arming the people that Kirk used to know, Kirk would have to arm the people in the village, right? Right, to balance the power. Isn't that right, Kirk? Even if the Klingons were arming your friend, your buddy, you'd have to do it. You'd have to do it on principle. There was no other solution to that episode. It was a vitally important planet. You know, we needed to maintain the balance on that planet, or all sorts of chaos would have. You know, the whole galaxy would have exploded. Anyway, yeah. What was this captain doing, interfering with this planet? How dare he? The most solemn vow we took. How dare he do something? This is interesting. It's a wild episode, actually. It's quite... we've got two different stories going on. We've got two entirely different stories going on. We've got the story of a captain of the Exeter potentially infecting this hey, at least it didn't spread Nazi ideology to them, Kirk. You know, could be worse. To this planet, and we've also got the mystery of all our water being taken out of our bodies, and we're just crystals on the ground, which is a medical issue, which I presume Spock and McCoy will be able to crack. Now, I haven't seen Scotty in this episode. He didn't beam them down. I don't think we even talked to him. So that leaves Sulu in charge. Sulu and Uhura running the ship. They can handle it. They handled it in the Gorn episode, and they'll handle it in this one. No problem. I'm worried about Galloway, specifically named by the captain to come on this away mission. For some reason, not just a random person, not just any old guard, specifically him. There's like 60-70% chance that he dies. Either from losing all his water, or he does something with it. He's quick to bring out that phaser, wasn't he? But he had just enough discipline to listen to the captain. Unlike that other guy in Friday's Child. That's why he requested him, the best of the best, this guy. Except for Kelowitz, the best of the best.
And I can use a second blood analyzer unit.
We'll beam it down shortly, Doctor.
Thanks, Uhura.
Just finding it could take months, maybe even years.
Well, we've got all the time we need.
The infection resembles one developed by Earth during their bacteriological warfare experiments in the 1990s.
Oh, remember those? Bad times. No!
The Yang Lance, Doctor.
Galloway!
We were approximately 100 meters from the village when 5 of the savages ambushed us.
Savages.
Spock, do you see any hope that these Yangs can be reasoned with? Oh.
They're too wild. They act almost insane.
Let's get to know them.
The Yangs are totally contemptuous of death. They seem incredibly vicious. 2, the Yangs are massing for an attack. He was less than truthful in one very important matter.
Phaser power pack.
A smaller attack on this village, driven off by Captain Tracy with his phaser.
Now, wait a minute. He lost his ship and his crew, and then he found himself the only thing standing between an entire village of pleasant, peaceful people.
The regulations are quite harsh.
They don't seem
If
pleasant.
you do not act, you will be considered equally guilty. I agree that formal charges have little meaning now. However, you must at least confiscate his phaser.
Starfleet should be made aware.
Oh, he overheard it, Kirk. He's not going anywhere.
I'll be sending the next message, Jim.
Was that guy in a previous episode? Why is he looks so familiar. All of a sudden I'm like, that guy, who is he? I'm gonna look him up. Oh yeah, he's Dr. Simon Van Gelder from the mind, the devil, the mind, the deed, that episode. He was a good guy in that one. He hid away in the pillbox, that giant pillbox. You know, that guy. Dagger of the mind, something like that. Anyway, we've had a little bit of a time skip, between beaming down and suddenly we're here. Spock has scouted out the area. He knows all about the Yangs. He knows about that captain's involvement, using his phaser to protect the villagers. Now they see him as a god. What choice do they have? Either use it or get killed. But against the regs, the number one rule of Starfleet, he's going to get court-martialed for it. Oh, well, that's even worse. He just killed Galloway. Now I know why Kirk went to Red Alert.
Enterprise, come in. Your captain and landing party must have beamed down too late for full immunization.
Oh, they're dead.
They've been found unconscious, but I'm doing everything I can.
They're all dead.
Since I have acquired some immunity, perhaps the others...
Say something, Kirk. He said something.
At their next word, kill him.
Why doesn't he just kill them anyway?
Repeat your message. Come in, landing party.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. Your captain's feverish, quite delirious. I'll contact you later. Let you know of any future needs.
Come on, Sulu.
Landing party out.
Sulu will figure it out. Sulu, did you kill Scotty? Sulu killed Scotty. You could at least stun them, Keep them
Enough of that, Captain.
He's just standing outside the door. Keep them unconscious.
Regulation 7, paragraph 4.
I must now consider myself under arrest.
He knows these regs.
Those were the first words duty required you to say to me. You're covered. Now, suppose we go on to the next subject.
No native to this planet has ever had any trace of any kind of disease.
That's pretty cool.
Tell Captain Kirk your age.
I've seen 42 years of the Redbird.
Their year of the Redbird comes once every 11 years.
Oh,
Which he's seen 42 times.
462.
Wu is 462 years old.
Looking good, dude.
Interested, Jim? We must have a doctor researching this. Once we've found it as a fountain of youth.
Oh, here we go.
Virtual immortality.
For sale by...
Out.
Oh, don't leave, dude. Kirk's about to punch him.
By those who own the serum. We've got to stay alive. Let the Yangs kill us and destroy what we have to offer, and we'll have committed a crime against all humanity. I'd say that's slightly more important than the Prime Directive.
I understand what he's talking about.
Very interesting proposition. Let me think it over.
If only it wasn't Kirk. Here he goes. Oh, he's trying one chop on Kirk. It doesn't work on him. He's got super healing strength now. He's been here longest.
Guards!
What's the deal with the Yangs?
What do you think of that, Jim? Put him in there.
Right in the cage with him? Well, here we go. Oh, she's attacking too. She's attacking too. How about we be friends? He yields. Hey Doc, you wanna escape. What's that? A tuning fork? This is no time for music, Doc. Gotta get out of here. This guy sleeps with one eye open. How did Kirk get out of that headlock? We'll never know. Any tips, Spock? He's protective of her. Kirk can use that to his advantage.
Please tell me why you want to kill me.
Good, Captain. Try to reason with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep trying, Captain. Behavior is highly illogical.
Thanks, Spock. Grab her, Spock. Can you grab her? Ah, yeah. She's just a little... She's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
Pity you can't teach me that.
I have tried, Captain.
She'll be okay. Can you speak? Oh, cool. Cookies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoop. Whoop.
Thank you very much.
She's 300 years old, McCoy. She's probably dating that guy. He's looking into a toaster. That's not going to help.
Captain, I've managed to loosen this grill somewhat.
It'll be on me in a moment.
Round 2?
Keep talking, Spock. Don't let me doze off.
Captain Tracy mentioned there was once a considerable civilization here. Nuclear devastation or a bacteriological holocaust.
Oh, that one maybe.
The yellow civilization is almost destroyed. The white civilization is destroyed. Keep working out the window if we're ever going to regain our freedom.
What did he just say?
Freedom.
Oh, hello. Freedom, you can help.
That is a worship word. Yang worship. You will not speak it.
Oh, sorry.
It is our worship word, too. Am I not now a prisoner of the Combs as you are?
Yeah. Let's get to work on these bars. We gotta twist them. You're strong, dude. Oh, this is working much quicker than I expected.
We'll have you out in a minute.
Oh. Betrayed. Well, they're getting out.
Captain, are you able to respond?
He's sleeping, Spock. It's been a long day, you know? Hey, but he can... If he wakes up before the guards come back, he can just leave. Hey, Spock. You still in there?
How long?
7 hours and 8 minutes.
7 hours?
7 hours.
Go.
I'll have you out in a minute.
Yeah. Has the doc been working for the last 7 hours? Nice.
Good morning, Jim.
Did you find out anything?
Yes. These immunizing agents take time. Had the extra landing party stayed here just a few hours longer, they never would have died.
Then we can leave anytime.
We won't. Okay.
There are people here over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, what about that?
Because their ancestors who survived had to have a superior resistance.
Then anything you develop here is useless.
Yeah.
Lengthen lives? Poppycock. I can do more for you if you just eat right and exercise right.
No deal, Doc. How dare you?
All like bloodshed for nothing.
No! This guy's always around the corner.
He'll live, but I'll have to get him to better facilities than this.
You can't carry the disease up to the ship with you.
Fully immunized now. We all are.
Yeah, we're good, dude. Even you.
You've isolated the serum.
There's no serum! There's no miracles! There's no immortality here! All this is for nothing!
People live longer here now because it's natural for them to.
Outside.
Do what you can for him, Doctor.
This captain's gonna get killed by Yangs. Probably the two that were in the cell with us.
Where is everybody?
Dead or in hiding. My phaser is almost drained. We need new, fresh ones.
We can beam up Tracy. All of us.
I want 5 phasers. No 10.
All right. I'd like 10 phasers beamed down, please.
You heard me, Uhura.
Enterprise, do you read me?
Hey, Uhura, you listening?
But surely you know that can't be done without verification.
Give the code. The secret code.
Not even if we're in danger, Mr. Sulu?
We have volunteers standing by to beam down.
Have the volunteers stand by, Kirk out.
Round 2. Let's see if Kirk has got his number this time. What was that for? He loves jumping. Gotta get behind him, Kirk. Damn it. Oh, it's out of gas. Oh. Throw a basket at him. He won't be expecting it. Oh, someone has a spear. Hey, it's the Yangs. Hey, dudes. Looks like they're in charge now. There's a party going on outside.
If my ancestors were forced out of the cities...
Yes. I see, Captain. Learned to wear skins.
Yeah.
Learned the bow and the lance.
living like Indians. Finally even looking like the American Indian.
Sure.
Yangs? Yankees.
Coons. Communists.
What? What are you talking about? This better not be some sort of parallel evolution, societal evolution stuff going on.
Parallel is almost too close, Captain. And in this case, the Asiatics won and took over this planet.
Shh. Generations of Yanks fighting to regain their land.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let's never mention it again. Nice drums, dude. Oh, what? Sure. Home of the Brave, everybody. I'm going to be talking about this forever. This one.
We can be handled, Jim. Together it'll be easy.
No deal.
I am Cloud William, Chief, Speaker of the Holy Words.
Oh, that's why freedom was so... That's why he picked up on freedom. About the holy words, freedom. I get it. That makes sense now. Now it all makes sense. I'm gonna have to come to terms with this whole... The American flag, and there's just this parallel Earth, you know? This almost exact duplicate of Earth with all the words. I thought the Nazi stuff was weird, but at least that made sense because that guy brought it all with him. This is just an independent planet. Okay. Hey, remember the Miri planet was an exact duplicate of Earth. All that planet, all the countries, all the continents, exact duplicate. We never mentioned it again. We never wondered how that could happen. You know, I was okay with that. I'd forgotten about it until right now. So this is just like a, you know, it's sort of like that, except with people, societies. You know. Actually, I think it was the same on Miri as well. It was just one small change that led to the divergence.
What is ours again.
Yeah. What's to be done with us, though? Can we beam up?
I plaguely iron neck to flagon, to pep.
Yeah, I pledge allegiance. Yeah.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, liberty and
He knows the
justice
words.
for all.
He knows the sacred words.
He spoke the holy word.
Oh, Methuselah, hello.
How?
In my land, we have a tribe like you.
Where is your tribe?
Up there. One of those points of light that you...
Were you cast out?
He was cast out.
Who else would trick you with your own sacred words?
Yeah.
We're not evil ones. We're men like yourselves.
Would a man know your holy words?
It does seem unlikely.
See his servant.
Look at the ears. Look at the ears on him.
His eyes, his ears.
Do the Yang legends describe the servant of the evil one?
How did this guy become captain? I guess he did lose his entire crew. Oh, it's Spock. He's in their book.
You want more proof?
I do.
He has no heart.
Well, it's in a different place. It's in a different place. We established this in a very recent episode. And he bleeds green. Green! I hear nothing but a kidney.
One of them lies.
No, it's like a riddle. It's like a riddle.
There is a way.
How do we do it, Methuselah? Do we have to chop a baby in half?
Greatest of holies, they speak the words. The evil one's tongue would surely turn to fire. I will begin. You shall finish.
Sure.
E plenista norco forcam perfectunum.
Oh, that's Latin.
Those words are familiar. Wait a moment.
Kill his servant unless he speaks.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Kill his servant.
There's a better way. Does not your sacred book promise that good is stronger than evil?
Sure.
Good shall always destroy evil.
Round 3.
The fight is done when one is dead.
Okay, battle to the death. This guy's so tall. Look at him. He usually wins these. Why is he looking at her? Is he doing a mind meld on her?
What are you doing? I'm making a suggestion.
Oh, she's picking up the communicator? Everybody else is too distracted with the fight. Hey, thanks. Thanks. Don't kill him, Kirk. Don't do it.
Kill him.
Mercy.
Good must destroy evil.
Oh, we got backup. We got angels. Beaming down. Leslie!
Leslie, free Dr. McCoy and Mr. Spock. Put Captain Tracy under arrest.
Leslie's canonically here.
We are your slaves.
No.
Get up.
Get up, dude.
Face me.
I'm just like you, dude.
No, no. Only the eyes of a chief. They see the E plebnista.
It's okay. I'll just push you out of the way.
But wherever we have gone, no words have said this thing of importance in quite this way. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, as to ordain and establish this Constitution, were not written only for the Yang, but for the Coms as well.
Com.
For everyone.
Everyone, or they mean nothing. Do you understand?
Do not fully understand, but the holy words will be obeyed. I swear it.
Great. Great.
No question about his guilt, Captain. But does our involvement here also constitute a violation of the Prime Directive?
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, the fighting is over here. I suggest we leave them to discover their history.
Let's turn ourselves in
And their liberty.
to Starfleet Command. Hey, look! Their planet looks nothing like Earth. Oh! A rocket! That's Earth. 60s Earth. Hey, everybody! I've had to restart this outro because I was kind of babbling. You know the way I babble. I was trying to... there's something you have to do with this episode that you don't have to do with other episodes. The central reveal of the episode is that this planet is it's almost identical to Earth in its history, and at one point there was one slight change, but up until that point everything was the same. We had America, we had flags, we had the Pledge of Allegiance, we had all that stuff. You know? Word for word, Kirk was able to recite it to them, and they were like, whoa, you know the sacred words, right? So we have to sort of detach our brains a little bit and say that this is something that can happen, even though we know that it's ridiculous. You know, they have identical flags, their planet looks nothing like ours, but they have identical histories and words and all sorts of things. It really, you know what, it messes with the episode a little bit to do it this way, to have it be an exact parallel. Because once we see that flag, we're all like, oh, the Yangs are great. Now we're on their side. That stupid captain, he's real evil. He's a real piece of work. I think it detracts from the episode that way, because we definitely have good guys and bad guys then, once we see that flag. Once we start reciting words, once we start singing the national anthem, you know? There's no stopping us then. There's no grey area anymore. So in a way, that the parallel of the world to our world detracts from the story of the episode. It adds a bit too. It adds a little bit of a, oh wow, cool, you know? That's weird. I get it now. They were called the Yangs, they were called the Khans. It's smart. But I would say it's better if we don't have that. If they're just the Yangs and the Khans and there's no link to our world. I don't know if the second outro was any better. But yeah, it's one of those episodes where you take the idea that they've given you. It's so unlikely it would never happen. And you just ignore it. You just say, okay, it can happen. No problem. The Miri planet looks identical to us. No problem. In that case, it didn't affect the story at all. Really. The fact that they had the Miri planet was exactly the same shape and size as Earth. Anyway, let's get to the story, shall we? What is it with captains? What is it with other captains in Starfleet? Have we ever had an example of another captain of another ship who turned out to be reasonable and sane? Now, can I only think of Decker? Sort of. Both Decker and Tracy here lost their crew, and in Decker's case, it completely broke him. Decker was a good man, a good captain, up until that point, and then after that point he wanted to kill the Doomsday Machine at all costs. His sanity, he just lost his sanity. He was all out for, I gotta make it up to my crew, I'm gonna do anything I can. No backing down, no sensible actions, just attack with everything I've got. I'm gonna fly into it. That's the case with Decker. We can see a broken man, we can sympathize with him. In this case, it's very hard to sympathize with Tracy. He shows no real grief over the loss of his crew. All he sees is opportunity. He sees this planet where the people live for thousands of years. He's like, wow, if we can harness whatever's going on this planet, I can sell it for $1 billion trillion and live forever like a king. I gotta use the phaser to protect this village from these savages. And I was going to say they never addressed the stuff that was happening to the crew in orbit. All the crystal stuff. It felt like a different episode. But they did. It was just a result of the biological warfare that this planet underwent. Hundreds, thousands of years ago. Or however long it was. And that the people, the survivors of that war, were able to adapt to. And that's why they live so long now. And something in the food, good thing we ate the food, right? Helped to immunize the people here against those effects. Now, the long-lasting, the long-lived stuff is genetically passed down. And it doesn't help us, you know? We can't just replicate that and live for 1,000 years. Tracy thought that was the case, that we could, once McCoy figured it out, we could sell it. But McCoy's like, nope. No, it's just something about them. You know, we're immune now because we ate the food, but we're not going to live any longer. Kirk, eat your greens. Eat the green cubes only, Kirk. And get on that leg machine in sickbay. No Chekhov in this episode. No Scotty in this episode. Let's divert quickly to the Enterprise. It's one of those episodes where the Enterprise doesn't do much. No Scotty. We know that Scotty is next in line. It goes Kirk, Spock, Scotty, as far as I know. But then Sulu's next up. So Scotty's off, drinking something. He's on one of those planets, having some shore leave. So Sulu's up. Sulu never figures, there's never any moment really with Sulu or Uhura where they go, the captain really means this. He really means this. Nothing like that. It was only at the end when Spock does his... You know what he does? He didn't even need to use his hands this time. He just stared at her. Bring the What did he... Okay. Calm down. Bring the communicator over to me. Cross the room slowly. Everybody's distracted with the fight. Don't worry. Bring the communicator over. And when you get to me, open the communicator. Not hand me the communicator, not speak into the communicator, not just open it where you're standing over there at the other side of the room. Just bring it all over. Bring it over to me and then open it. I presume Sulu just heard the fight and then beamed down with Leslie and that other guy. Maybe Spock was doing his thing to the communicator too. Sulu, beam down. Because Sulu was slow to pick up on the secret codes that Kirk was sending him earlier. Kirk didn't try anything crazy, didn't try anything smart to get Sulu's attention when he was talking to him. He's like, Scotty, I could have given a secret code to Scotty, but it's Sulu, god damn it. But yeah, the other captain, great to have him back from Dagger of the Mind, by the way. He has a wildness to him in his eyes that really worked in Dagger of the Mind. When he was crazy, kind of broken. And in this episode it worked because he was kind of evil. Why did he kill Galloway? Did Galloway try to shoot him at one point? Was that it? I want to look at that. Was it just to send a message? Why'd you kill him? Yeah, Galloway went for his phaser. Slowly went for his phaser, so he shot him and killed him. That's fair enough. It wasn't a pointless, needless death. Named guy, though. Rest in peace, Galloway. You've been in a few episodes. I've seen you quite a bit. And now it's time to say goodbye. I do not think he will be around again. If that was Leslie, if Leslie was in that role, we'd never see Leslie again. Because he was front and center, and it's a memorable death. Leslie dying to the obsession cloud. No worries there. Dying with 3 other people, nobody remembers that. But yeah, rest in peace, Galloway. There was a lot of fighting in this episode. The fight in the cell with Kirk. And the other guy, whose name I don't know, that went on for a while. We were all tuckered out by the time that ended. And I thought maybe the woman, maybe we were going to use her in some way. Like the guy would be reluctant to fight him if Kirk had her by the neck or something. Spock did get her at one point. But in the end, we just told them how to escape and they escaped. And we said the word, we said freedom. Kirk should have been singing the anthem. Absolutely. And then we fought with Tracy a few times. And he was always there, at the other side of a door, just waiting for his moment to come in with a phaser. He was shady from the outset. At no point did we trust him. And there was this big speech. I thought the episode was going to talk about the Prime Directive more, but it didn't. I thought we were going to make a big deal of it. That what he had done was so bad on this planet. He needed to be held accountable. At the end, we almost joke about it at the end. When someone either Spock or McCoy suggests that, hey, are we responsible? Did we just do the same thing? Did we just mess with this planet too? Nah, don't worry about it. Did you see the flag, McCoy, Spock? The good guys won. Let's get out of here. Tracy was working for the bad guys. He deserves... We could throw that book at him. He's like the Klingons. We've had an interesting few episodes dealing with the directive. The non-interference directive. We've had a private little war. We've had the Nazi episode. And we had this one. All dealing with interference and slightly... And, you know what? A taste of the action. We had 4 episodes that, in a really short space of time. Like 4 out of 5, maybe? Private Little War. Patterns of Force. The Omega Glory. And a piece of the action. No, every other episode. From a piece of the action onwards. Could we argue that we did something with the Gamesters of Triskelion? The thing is, they brought us there. They directly brought us there. And we did, and it was a bet that changed their culture. And they weren't really developing. They were, those brains? I don't think it counts if the brains, like, if the people were changing or almost above us in the evolutionary ladder. It's just with planets that are not as developed as us that we want a hands-off approach with, right? So something like Friday's Child, we shouldn't be messing around on that planet. Yeah, but anything goes with the Gamesters of Triskelion. Yeah. But yeah, interesting. Every other episode since A Piece of the Action has had a storyline that deals with the non-interference directive. And they're all slightly different. And we treat them less or more seriously depending on the situation. Which, look, I agree with that. I don't think rules are there to be applied hard and fast, no exceptions. I do think a little nuance and a little common sense should come into things. Now, whether or not we apply that common sense and nuance in each of the 4 cases as well as we should have, we didn't, but we could have. So I agree with all that. I hate characters in TV shows that are very hard and fast with their rules. They're very strict and uncompromising. I hate characters like that. No matter the situation, they're like, we cannot interfere under any circumstance. Yeah, but what if this planet, what if we can save the people on this planet? Otherwise they're going to go extinct. Well, it was just their time. Yeah, but we could do this one small thing that will, they can continue to, we just need to save them. And then they can continue to evolve. Well, they should have evolved faster, shouldn't they? To prevent that natural disaster that we could easily fix. So I hate characters who there's no wiggle room with. So I'm glad that we do have some wiggle room, at least in these episodes. Now there's some stuff here in this episode. There's some tribals. There's some historical. There's some stuff that I don't really want to talk about. Kirk says something about yellow and white that I don't want to talk about. There's some Native American stuff there. There's some Asian stereotype stuff there that I think it's okay to just kind of ignore. You know? Not make such a big deal about. And the title, what's that about? Well, can you make a sense of it? We know what Omega is. That's the title, that's the name of the planet. What does glory mean, though? Glory. I don't know. So yeah, overall, this episode is again a mixture of episodes we've had before, where the crew come across this situation, they get captured, they escape, they get captured, there's a fight. With a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a historical, weird parallel twist to it all. And a bit of nationalism, a bit of patriotism. There was a flag, you know? But it was, I guess, well, you know, good-natured, in a way. And it had a good message at the end. That these rules should be applied to everybody. Or this ethos, this positive message should apply not only for us, but for everybody. Not just to that chief, the chiefs of the clans, but to the people. Not just us, not just our people, but all peoples. You know? So, it had a positive message. At least that's how I choose to interpret it. Next episode is called The Ultimate Computer. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this episode. I want to see the most ultimate computer you've ever... I want this computer to be so ultimate that not even Kirk can make it explode. I want it to calculate pi to 1,000 places without missing a beat. You know? Do you think it could do that? An ultimate computer? All the way to 1,000? I'd like to see it. Fun fact, I know pi to 150 places. I just learned it like 3 days ago. Just for fun, really. I can do it. No problems. And the dog. The dog tells us we should end. It's probably good. I'll be reciting numbers all day. So I will see you next time. Or a computer. And have a great day wherever you are.